Hey there, it is April Halliburton of All for HR and Business Solutions. How's everybody doing? This is my first time going live on TikTok. I didn't know you could go live on TikTok, but I'm going live on TikTok. So I'm April Halliburton of All for HR and Business Solutions, and I am a small and mid-size expert HR business partner and consultant. And so I'm here today on one of our favorite days, which is Fridays. And Fridays are Freedom Friday HR question days. Okay, so on Freedom Fridays, during the week, I do a post, and you can submit an HR question. That has to be HR, okay? So no questions about, changing oil or cooking, making cookies, because I don't know any of that. But I do know HR. So that's what the questions I answer on Fridays are, okay? So you can submit a Freedom Friday question on any of my platforms, and I'll answer it live on Fridays, okay? All right, so our Freedom Friday question today is, what red flags indicate that a company's management might not truly understand the challenges that are severe that employees face and those fixes. So one more time, what are some challenges, some red flags that indicate that management truly does not understand the challenges of employees? And so I have 5 of them for you, okay? Really quickly, I have 5 of them for you, and I'm going to share the fixes with you as well, okay? So number 1 is a very costly one, which is high turnover with vague exit interviews. And so a lot of companies don't like to do exit interviews, right? I even read a question online a couple of days ago where an employee said, how can I get out of doing an exit interview? Right? Okay, so you have to it's very important. Communication is key in your business, right? Swipe to see real time okay, I don't know what that means. I'm going to keep going. Okay, so what's important though is communication and feedback in your business. You have to get that feedback. And exit interviews can be kind of uneasy, right? Uncomfortable, if you will. But you want to know why your employees are leaving. So make sure you're getting that feedback. Okay, you don't have to make it long, an hour or anything, but just find out what was the reason the employee is leaving. Okay, is it for a better opportunity? Is it because of something in the business, in the company? Right? So make sure you're checking that, okay? So that's number 1 reason. That's the number 1 red flag that indicates your company management, right, might not truly understand the challenges that their employees are dealing with, okay? And so one of some fixes for high turnover with vague exit interview feedback, okay? So that's exit interview. So get those exit interviews, okay? Use anonymous surveys, okay? And, someday use your external HR experts to help you train your employees on how to interview correctly so you can bring the right people onto your team, okay? Because high turnover is very costly. Okay, so that's number 1. And create a culture, I say this all the time, where your employees feel like they can share with you. They can share feedback. They can share, can share, what's bothering them. Look, I'm talking to business owners, small and mid-sized business owners, about our Freedom Friday HR question. Okay, so our Freedom Friday question is, what HR flags does indicate that companies management truly does not understand the challenges of their employees? And the number 1 red flag is high turnover with vague exit interviews. So during those interviews, find out why that employee is leaving. Okay. Number 2 is open door policy. Everybody says we have an open door policy on the individual at the end of the employee in their handbook, in their new hire orientation. But do you really have a open door policy? Do you really have it, or are you just saying it? Okay. Open door policy encourages feedback and communication. Okay. So you have to walk the walk and talk the talk. Okay. So if you have an open door policy, you have to encourage your employees to share their feedback. Okay. And what it means is when you have that employee, that open door policy, employees either believe you have it or they don't, right? They don't, they believe, oh, they say they have an open door policy, but when I go to share something with management, they're busy. They're hello darling, how are you? And so how you want to make sure, right? Encourage communication and feedback. Okay? That open door policy means that you care what your employees feel. You care about their challenges. You care about if there's an issue in your company among your employees, and you don't want to wait until they're leaving to find out about it. Okay? Number 3 flag. The third flag is high productivity and low morale. So you're getting the work done, right? You are getting the work done, right? But morale is low, right? Morale is very low. So you're seeing your employees suffering from burnout, high absenteeism, and passive resistance, okay? So employees feel overworked. They're doing the work, right? But you're seeing other signs. You're seeing that they're passive, they're passive frustration, they're burnout, they're calling in often, things like that. Okay, that means there's a problem. Okay, and so that company, your company, is seeing the productivity, right, which to them is good, but they're missing the challenge, which is reflected in in high absenteeism, in burnout, and things like that. And so monitor that the workload of your employees, business owners, and HR professionals. Offer flexible options. Come in a little earlier, leave a little earlier. Whatever that looks like for your employees, but offer those options, because remember that your employees are not just, right, they're working, but there are other outside variables that may be negatively impacting their performance. So monitor those workloads, okay? All right. And so the fourth HR flag, red flag, that indicates that your management does not truly understand the challenges of its employees, is a one-size-fits-all policies. Okay. One size does not fit all. Okay. Let me say that. One size, again, does not fit all. Every company has its uniqueness, right? And so while there are policies that are required, harassment, this, that, and the other, there are policies that are uniquely to your business, right? To your employees, to the growth of your employees, right? So when employees feel like there's no room because you are going along with the policies that everybody else is going on with, they can leave. They will leave because you, as a business owner or HR professional, HR manager, whatever that looks like for you, your company has its own uniqueness. It has this own things that are unique only to you. And so your policies have to fit your culture, right? Okay? So review your policies with the lens of equity and inclusion. What's going to fit your employees? Okay? And allow room for manager discretion with guidelines. Now, you find these things out by what? Communication and feedback from your employees and your managers. Okay, and update those handbooks and do regular trainings, so you know what your employees need, what they need help in, where they want to grow. Okay, and then the fifth red flag that indicates that management does not understand the challenges, the true challenges that its employees are dealing with, is no clear path to growth and development. Nobody wants to stay stagnant. Nobody. Okay? So you have to offer those opportunities for your employees to grow. You as a manager, no one wants to stay stagnant. No one stays in the exact place all the time, right? We're all growing. We're all knowing anything. That's one of the exciting things of life, learning, growing. And we're always growing. We're always learning. We're sponges, right? Okay? So implement career roadmaps. Do cross-training with your employees. Let them learn other skills. Okay? Invite them to work on projects. Work together on projects to better your company or your, a project, for example, to find out what your customers are, what problems they're experiencing, right? And host regular development check-ins. Make sure your employees are well trained, folks. Okay? You got to make sure they're well trained. Okay? You have to. All right? So, the five red flags that indicate that management does not truly understand the challenges of their employees is: number one, high turnover with vague exit interviews. Get that feedback in your exit interviews, okay? Number two, open door policies. Don't just talk the talk, but walk the walk, all right? Encourage communication and feedback from your employees so that you know what's going on with them. Number three, high productivity, low morale. All right? So you want to address that. So monitor those workloads. All right? When you see signs of high absenteeism or burnout or passive aggressive behavior, find out what is the root of it and get rid of it. Okay? Get rid of what that is that's causing that. Number four is one size fits all policies. Okay? Policies are to be applied to the uniqueness of your organization. Okay? And then number five is no clear path to growth and development. You want to encourage your employees to grow, build, develop. Okay? Remember, when your employees grow, that accents your organization. All right? So, again, I'm April from Offer HR Business Solutions. Thank you all to you guys for joining me. Right? I am an expert, small and mid-sized business owner, and this is our Freedom Friday HR question. When you submit an HR question on any of our platforms, I answer them on Friday. All for HR is our handle. And you rent a free gift. How cool is that? All right, folks. Happy Freedom Friday. Have a great one. Alrighty. And I will see you guys later. Business can be like a circus, so don't let HR be the elephant in the room. I'll check you guys out later.